Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a timeless reading for the collective, so whenever you come across this video, however you come across it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. And we've been going through our mega deck. You can look down in the description below for details on all of the different decks that the mega deck is built from. And today's card is from the Angelic Messengers Oracle deck of Meredith Young-Sowers, and it's card number 2, representing wholeness. And before we go through the book and see what the extended reading is for us for today, I always like to get a energy reading from the image, from the card itself directly. So number 2, obviously, 2s are portals. We've had a lot of 2s recently in number 11s, also in our recent readings. You can think of that like pillars, 1 on each side. The number 2 obviously doesn't need that. It is simply its own little portal card. But portal cards for me as a reader are not cards of sitting back and relaxing and, chilling and all of that kind of thing, but are more active types of cards, more active types of energy, where we are being invited and encouraged to take some kind of action. And for our card for today for wholeness, very, very strong 2 of Cups, actually, energy that I'm getting from this card. We see this beautiful purple. I want to say it's a Peruvian lily, but I don't think it is. If you recognize this flower and you want to include that information in the comments below, you are more than welcome to do so. That's the reason why the comment section is there, is for you to, if you feel like sharing anything or add anything for the collective as a whole. So as a whole, no pun intended for the card wholeness. I didn't even think about that. But anyways, beautiful, beautiful purple blossom with these strong gold center stamen pistils. Again, I'm not a botanist, so I don't necessarily, I know that these are parts, but I'm not sure what their official names are, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. We humans tend to put a lot of emphasis on definition. You didn't use the right word or whatever, and not that I ever hear any of that from this collective, but we have had that experience. We have probably heard something on a YouTube channel and said, no, that's not the right pronunciation or whatever. And we can kind of get lost in the weeds of definitions and pronunciations and all of that kind of thing. Words are important. Words are vibration, just like everything else is, but they are literal sound waves moving through the air, so they are definitely affecting the environment. But in terms of labels, it's really what our intention is behind it. So I'm not going to try to label this flower any further, except to say that I obviously am getting strong crown chakra energy with the purple and gold, royalty, the idea of being whole, with, like I said, the 2 of Cups energy coming through very strongly. And if you're familiar with standard tarot at all, you know that the 2 of Cups is really the idea of, besides romantic love, and that can certainly be the case. You can find wholeness in a partnership. You can find wholeness in a family or a group of friends, a small little tribe, as it were. You can find wholeness in the community at work or in school. So there's a variety of things where that type of wholeness comes in. But I also have a very strong sense, like I said, of the 2 of Cups energy coming through, particularly in regards to our spiritual communion with our higher selves, being whole in and of ourselves, and loving, accepting in that state of grace, in that state of compassion, self-compassion, where we put together all of our various bits and pieces, shadow and light, what we feel is positive versus not so positive from our own personal experiences, from our memories, from the things about us physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of that, all coming together in union, in harmony. We just had that, I think, the other last reading as well, about harmony and balance, coming into that state of being perfected in our imperfection, right? Being whole. So these readings are a little bit longer in the book format, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started right now. Let's take a look in the book and find out. So we'll have several sections. The first section is called Present Challenge. Rediscovering and/or deepening your commitment to your spiritual nature. You have drawn this card because you may be tired of people pushing you to be different from the way you are, either more sensitive or more assertive or more reflective of what others think you should be. While you are certainly changing and seeking to learn from others, you also need to understand the strengths of your own nature. This card is encouraging you so that you will recognize that you may be using your skill and creativity in ways that keep others from seeing your true worth. You may be quiet and excessively shy, or you may be the first to see the solution or to offer others a means of solving a problem. You may need to heed others' feelings about your efforts in order to modify your own natural way of being rather than trying to change it. I'm going to reread that last sentence again because it's a little complicated. You may need to heed others' feelings. You may need to listen to what others are saying, not just hear it, just, the vibration, you hear the sound, you hear the noise, but really listen to how they're feeling about your efforts. I understand that we want to fix things, we want to make things better, but sometimes the best thing that we can do is step out of the way and let others muddle along as best they can and wait for them to ask us for help. Let them know we are available to help, and let them know that we may have information, experience, wisdom, knowledge that could benefit them. Offer it and then leave it on the table. Don't snatch it back and don't keep, shoving it in their face. Okay, angelic message. Wholeness is more than it's more a state of spirit than a state of mind. When you were a child, you assumed you were entirely perfect until others told you that you were not. The challenge of finding wholeness in your life today is in recognizing that this latent sense of joyful understanding is still within you and needs to be brought forth into your life. Your purpose in this lifetime, a purpose now manifesting into actual activity, is based on learning to believe in the guidance of your own spirit. You can truly gain self-assurance only through inner assurance. I think I just said that. And that comes from rediscovering the joy you once knew. This joy comes from union with the divine. When we shepherded you into your mother's womb, you were sure you would never forget us, your angelic guardians. You were committed to your upcoming physical life as an expression of your love for all living things. You were coming to Earth for specific spiritual reasons, and you knew what those were. Now is the time to remember and recapture those early insights because you need more confidence, a feeling that arises from your own inner knowledge. This is a time for accelerated growth, and we are ready to again remind you of your choices and leanings. You are ready for deeper levels of responsibility, for the earth is in need of your healing. Each human being seeks to re-merge with the peace and joy of those early moments of life. You are experiencing the desire to live your vision as completely as possible. The only way to do this is to follow the lifeline of your years on the earth back to the early days when you began this living adventure and when you knew your life mission. Spiritual opportunity. Observe the profoundly simple but elegant nature of the gorgeous purple blossom on the card that has come to you. This blossom has a specific purpose, just as your life does. The flower has an inner focus, sharp and profoundly golden. Gold is the color of ultimate healing and God awareness. Nothing clutters this flower's intention. It sends its beauty and fragrance into the world, unfettered by anything other than its own unique presence. With this card, you are being guided to be clear, straightforward, and inspired by the God within. This is the time to begin new projects, to expand your horizons because you accept that God is at work within you. You are moving under the energy of growth and opportunity, and your spirit is supporting your efforts in every way. You may feel this inner movement as bursts of unexpected energy, sudden shifts in your mood, momentary realizations that give you a clear picture of some problem you've been trying to solve. New awareness and a stronger intuitive perceptiveness go along with this energy of wholeness. This card comes to suggest that you can find wholeness because you are really ready to release the past and genuinely committed to creating a different future for yourself, for those you love, and or for the earth and all other living things. Application. Start afresh each morning with the resolve to enjoy the best of the day, to listen most intently to the comments from others that are positive and that offer you something worthwhile to consider. Release and let slip away any other comments or remarks that are critical or dampening to your spirit and that feel confusing. Give yourself personal spiritual tasks to complete, like filling out a short list of the 5 most important spiritual qualities that you admire. Then ask yourself to comment on what these mean to you and in what way you exemplify these qualities. Consider starting each morning with a prayer of gratitude and appreciation for the opportunity for life. Follow each noontime meal with a prayer of gratitude for the wisdom you have received and are about to use. And draw each day to a close with a prayer of acceptance of the love that has come to you from the divine. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful message. Close each day with a prayer of acceptance of the love that has come to you from the divine. I think if you started the day with a gratitude prayer and ended the day with a gratitude prayer, it doesn't have to be long. Thank you for the day. Thank you for giving me this gift. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share love in the world, to share peace, to share joy, to share the joy of others who want to share it with me. It goes both ways. Wholeness. We are whole as a earth. We are whole. We are all connected. We are quantumly entangled. We are all whole intrinsically in our nature as beings of life energy. in all those various forms, in however that manifests, whether that manifests as crystals growing in the ground, whether that manifests as flowers growing in the ground, whether that manifests as us who partake and walk upon the ground. We are all connected. We all walk and are on this planet. We are all one. There is only one. There is just the one, as Bashar would say. And in that space, in that place, we understand that we are whole in ourselves, and we are whole in the collective, the human collective and the earthly collective. So what a beautiful, beautiful message. I'm almost in tears. It's so wonderful, full of wonder, full of majesty, full of grace. And that's what you are being invited to participate in today, is a state of grace, a state of wholeness, of acceptance, of love of yourself and of everybody else. Doesn't mean that you agree with everybody else. You don't even have to agree with yourself sometimes, right? Sometimes we know ourselves better than what we say we are. So being whole in ourselves allows us the opportunity to share that with others, to allow them to be whole in themselves. And from that place of healing, we heal the planet. So very important work, very important mission that we are all on. This is our mission. So that's our reading for the day. I do hope that it resonated and blessed you. If you haven't already liked and or subscribed to the video and or channel, I do invite you to do that. I don't get any money from these videos. This will never be a monetized channel, but it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find the channel. So I thank you for that. Feel free to leave any comments that you would like as well. So you are a whole being. You may feel scattered and shattered, but it's a facade. It's not real. Your true being, is whole and complete in itself. You don't need anyone. You don't need anything. You don't need any stuff. You are whole in yourself. Take that for the day. Walk in that state of grace, knowing that you are a whole being. I love you. If no one has said that to you recently, you can't say that anymore because I just said it to you. I love you. You are amazing. You really are. So, you are whole and complete. Walk in grace. I love you. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.